So welcome to our live Q&A. This is for Team Chic. And we actually have we have girls' nights every Wednesday night at 7:30. So this is nothing new for us. If you end up joining our team, you'll just hop right in on the fun with us, and where we talk about our goals or ways to improve. There's always something to talk about, right, ladies? So, but let's just get started because I know we're all busy and it's late for you Eastern time people. So, just real quick, I wanted to share what Team Chic stands for, and that is, so CHIC is an acronym, and that stands for Changing Habits and Increasing Confidence. And I thought long about this acronym for our name because I wanted it to kind of symbolize what we are working towards, and that is to change our habits and increase confidence. So, and that's something we do for ourselves and for the people that we coach. So it's just kind of cool that we not only help others, but while we're helping them, we're kind of helping ourselves. That's one of the blessings of coaching. So today we're going to share, different members of Team Chic are going to share the 6 F's of coaching, and those are, let's see, fun, financial, fitness, freedom or flexibility, friends, and I always forget the 6th one, you guys. What is it?
Faith.
Faith in yourself. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa's always got my back. So which one of you guys wants to go first and share your F word? Jody? Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say Jody needs to go.
Jody, you go first. Even though your whole family's trying to get in the background.
All right, I'll go first. Okay, can you stay down there for a second? No. Yes. All right, so I am going to talk about fun, the fun stuff in our team. And the things I'm going to mention are not the only fun things. Pretty much everything can be tied into fun, but I can't concentrate. Okay, so the fun thing. So we get to run challenges every month. So those challenges are helping people, and they're helping us, and we get to interact with each other. On top of our challenges that we run every week, where we're getting to know each other better, we get to have. Okay, you know what? You need to stop that. You want to go?
He's so cute, though.
I know. Well, now you guys see that, like, we're all moms, right?
Yeah.
In our business,
Yeah.
This is real life.
Okay, so I'm going to bribe him with gummy bears.
Hey, Mom.
If he talks, he doesn't get any. Okay, so on top of our challenge groups where we're getting to know each other, we have our meetings like this, where we have pajama parties, we have themes, we have special guest speakers, all there to help us get motivated and help with trainings to help other people. But this is where we get to gather on Wednesday nights, and we goof around and we joke and tell each other how our weeks went. And then another fun thing that we do is we have incentives. So we try to motivate each other by having gifts for when we hit Success Club, gifts for, what was I going to say? When we hit Success Club, when we hit different rank advancements, we can earn trips. So Kelly and Stephanie and I just went on a diamond retreat, which was in a big mansion in Utah with 57 other ladies that had earned this retreat, and we got to know some of our team a lot better. And we just hung out, we shopped, we had dance lessons, we had some trainings, we did workouts, we ate really bad food. It was wonderful. We did not eat healthy. And
Good bad food. Good bad food.
Good. And we also have our trips every year that you can earn through our Success Club as well. So this year we went on a cruise, and that was super fun. We stopped in Jamaica, and we stopped in Nassau, and then next year we can earn to go to Punta Cana. So it's a top Hard Rock resort, PGA like golf course on it and all this fun stuff. So there's lots of little fun incentives that way. And then another fun thing that we do is we have some of our meetings, we have a book club, we share personal development. Another thing that we do is Super Saturdays. So 4 times a year, we can get together with our local coaches and we have like massive workouts together, which sometimes it's very awkward and I feel embarrassed, but we still go and they have themes. And I think last time there was like, Calgary one was like dressing up all sparkly. So there's lots of fun stuff like that. And of course our friends that we make is a super fun thing as well. So I think that should lead into friends.
Good call.
Joelle.
Luckily I just got on my call.
Just in the nick of time.
Here's a
yeah, so that was one thing that I was excited to talk about today because especially during this past month, I think that our team has really bonded and we've really gotten to know one another. I mean, I live in Ontario, Canada. Most of the people on our team, I think, are in the States. So I wouldn't have met all these amazing people if it weren't for Beachbody. And I think that that makes such a difference when you have such a supportive network around you. I mean, we talk literally all day, every day.
Hourly.
Pardon? Hourly, yeah, sometimes minutes. But
hopefully that doesn't scare everybody off. You don't have to talk to us that much.
Yeah, it's optional.
You don't have to, but you will want to because we're all pretty awesome. Jody, you threw me off. I was going to say something. Lisa, are you going to say something?
Oh, no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you talk.
Okay. It looked like you unmuted yourself to say something.
I did, so I could laugh along with everybody else.
I was going to say, when you're working a business like this, it really makes a difference when you have support from other people who are in the same position as you. And so that's something I really appreciate about Beachbody as a company, how they encourage this. But especially our team, I think our team is really special. And yeah, we're always looking for new people and new friends. So I'm excited for all of those people who are on the call today. Thank you.
Good job, Joelle.
Thanks, guys.
We're really excited because we're all renting a big house together. There's a coach conference in the summer in July. And so some of us are going and we're all sharing a big house together and we're going to hang out. Like most of the time, it's just going to be a big girls weekend. So I'm super excited. It's just so nice to have, because I would say 90% of us are moms. And so it's nice for us to have like our girls' night out every Wednesday night where we talk to adults, adult females. And then to have these like occasional girl getaways where they're like girl boss getaways where we get to hang out and, we're not wasting time. We're learning new things. We're hearing from motivational speakers and all that. And it's like an amazing community to be a part of. So what's the other? So we've talked about friends. We've talked about fun. Let's talk about the financial part of blessings of coaching. Who's got that one?
Sarah.
Me.
Sarah. Okay.
I need to get rid of a distraction. Say hi.
Hi.
He's a darn cute distraction.
Hi. There you go.
Hi.
And he
Hi,
will
distraction.
say hi for the next 5 minutes.
He's like, oh, they liked me. I'll come back.
Hey, hi. Okay, so I'm talking about some of the financial blessings from So I have to kind of backtrack a little bit in my story. I became a coach about a year and a half ago, I think is when it was. And it was in October I became a coach. And that December, we had just done the adoption of our son, the one that you just saw. And we found out right at about Christmas time, we had to have all of the funds for his adoption by December 31st. And so we scrambled and put as much together as we could. Luckily, we had built up some savings and everything, put it all together, paid it, luckily. And within the next year, because we were thinking it's going to take us forever to pay that off because adoption is not cheap. And we were thinking it was going to take us forever to pay off, but last year, we have been able to pay it off pretty much with my Beachbody income. And so we were able to get that cleared out of the way, not have to worry about it. And just in time to end last year with a bunch of medical visits. We are in just about in May, and we have been to the doctor at least 10 times with the four of us, mainly my youngest one, and which we have like 2 more appointments set up next week for him. But lots of doctor's appointments. I had surgery. My oldest had to go up to primary children's a couple of times, and we have been able to keep caught up on all of our medical bills because of Beachbody. Every week I get my paycheck and I think, yes, there goes another medical bill. There goes another medical bill. And so we've been able to keep caught up and we haven't found ourselves swimming in debt like we thought we were going to. And it's all due to what I earned as a coach. I was able to slow down my photography so that I could stay home more and not be gone so much, but still have that income to pay what we needed to pay. So those are the blessings that I have found, or that I had, and it's been a definite blessing for our family.
That's so cool. And Tara's also, I feel like I've seen you just become more confident too. So that's another, in fact, we'll just lead right into that. Like Tara, you have more faith in yourself, which we're going to talk about next. So who has that topic?
Me.
Sarah.
Me. So of course I offered to do this, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, now I have to like. So I am totally new to this, and I am just starting to get into all of these benefits, but something that I have worked on for years that I love is so part of Beachbody, and one of the 3 vital behaviors is the personal development, because it's so huge. Having faith in yourself, having confidence in yourself, it changes your whole life. And basically, and I was explaining this to a couple people earlier, there's so much information out there that on a scientific level, your brain can only process a very small fraction of it. And the brain also likes to be right. So the things that you're thinking all day long, I can't do it, or I'm not good enough, putting yourself down, your brain is going to prove yourself right. So it's like putting on these blinders and only seeing opportunities and only seeing excuses and only seeing more things that will bring you down. And I'm someone who has been in that low spot. It totally sucks. It's not fun. You get burnt out. But then to kind of switch it over to, I can do this, and starting to see gratitude and starting to see the better things around, because you're working every day towards that, your life just totally turns around. And it's just a huge thing. Once your confidence starts improving, once you start moving past some of your blocks, I have a huge receiving block, which is big for business and money. But just feeling guilty of like having things and being given things, and that's a block I've had to get over. And healing old wounds, if you have childhood wounds or things that have happened, even recently, be able to overcome those and to lead your day with confidence and with gratitude. It makes a huge difference. Even today, a big example, I'm somebody who suffers from anxiety, and I had to bring my mom to the hospital for another surgery. Much more minor, it's more of a follow-up. But on the way home, it's an hour and a half drive. I was so tired. And I'm like, oh, I'm so afraid of being tired and driving on the highway. And it's really fast, that spiral that can happen with negativity. I caught myself because I'm doing all this personal development. I was able to say, you know what? Take a breath, look around, what's good. And I was in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. It's beautiful up there, So looking for the beauty and looking for the good, and it just totally shifted my mindset, and I was able to breathe and relax and come home and do my work and feel so much better, and have a better day with my son instead of being, ridden with anxiety. And then jump on a call and be like, sure, I'll talk about this today. Why not? Yes, confidence in myself to be like, all right, let's get her done. So, but the other part of that is self-care, is filling up your own cup so that you can fill up the cups of others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So personal development is huge, and I love that it's such a big part of the team. It's on the daily checklist, which is awesome.
I couldn't agree more, Sarah. I think it's crazy because I think a lot of moms forget to fill their cups because we're filling everyone else's cup, right?
Yes,
but you can't fill your cup you can't fill others' cups when yours is empty.
Yeah.
So, and I know through me, like when I started this, I was pretty depressed because we were struggling financially, and I was having like suicidal thoughts, and I was really struggling. And now, a year and a half later, I've listened to so much personal development. Recently, I went back to Nevada to visit where I used to live 6 years ago. And it was really cool just to go back. I was having like, flashbacks of the person I was 6 years ago versus who I was now. And it was just cool to look back and be like, you know what? I have grown a lot, like just mentally. And I am in such a happier place. I wish I could, I wish there could be a transformation for that. You could show that. But like, I don't have those moments of darkness that I used to have, and I don't like spiral. I don't have that negativity that I used to have, and I used to think I was a pretty positive person, but but now I feel like, oh my gosh, like even after a year and a half, I feel like I've just grown so much. So I agree. I think it's amazing what being a coach does for you physically and mentally. So speaking of physically, who is going to be talking about the fitness aspect of coaching?
Hey, before you start, there's somebody that's typing or something. It's like really distracting.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is mute you all. If you want to unmute yourself to laugh, Lisa.
Yes. Thank you.
But yeah, I'll mute you all. Hang on. And then, but someone needs to volunteer for the physical transformation. So unmute yourself if you signed up for that.
If she's talking about fitness accountability, then that's me.
Yeah, that's my.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So I joined a little over a year ago. It was in January of 2015. And I was just a regular challenger in one of Kelly's groups. And I mean, if you've been in a challenge group, you know how much accountability is in there. It's like, hey, did you work out today? Hey, did you do this? And, so I was constantly reminded and really stuck to it. Well, after the challenge group is over, it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do now, right? And Kelly had kind of asked me about coaching and had explained how much accountability you get from it. And instead of being a total flake, you've got all these people who are like leaning on you. If you're coaching them and then you're leading them, then you've got to lead by example, right? So it really helps to, when you're coaching, to be more accountable. And instead of saying, oh, I don't want to work out today, because let's face it, none of us really get up and want to work out. We just want the results we get from working out.
Yeah.
So,
Amen.
yeah. I mean, who wants? No. So I feel like that it has made a huge difference for me. as far as accountability, and that if I didn't have coaching, I probably would not have continued. I would have finished that program, which I did get results from, and then I probably would have spiraled right back into bad habits. And I know how I am in the wintertime. I might have been okay during summer, but in the winter, I get the winter blues terrible, and I probably would have gained it all back. But I'm so thankful for coaching and the fitness accountability that it gives me, and the inspiration that I get from everybody else who's also holding themselves accountable. So, yeah.
And you guys should see, Megan's before and after pictures. Like, she's glowing in her after pictures. It's like your recent pictures you've been posting, I'm like, you're glowing. You just look so.
And I probably should mention, since we're talking about transformations, that it's not, and Sarah touched on that too, it's not all about your physical transformation. It's about the inner transformation you receive too. And the confidence that I have in myself now, how excited I get when I can wear something that I used to couldn't fit in, being able to share in the successes of other women on a team. I don't know, like, it's just the inner transformation. I'm a better mom. Like Sarah was saying, when you fill your cup, you can overflow and to help others. And instead of me being all frustrated and irritable all day because my needs haven't been met and upsetting everybody around me, I can now take care of my needs first. It takes 30 minutes a day, right? And then move on in to being able to be more productive and, more conscious of being a better wife and making time for my husband and working my kids into my schedule instead of trying to put everything off. And I love, 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 love the accountability.
Me too. And I think that's why you glow in your pictures, because of the like inside, is just shining through. So, flexibility and freedom. Who's got that topic?
I do.
Okay, go for it, girl.
For me, it's been really awesome for me because I've been able to work the business around my life, and I have a really full schedule because I have 4 kids, and my youngest 2 I homeschool right now, and I also still work 2 days a week at a job helping a friend of mine with his business, doing his bookkeeping. So with that being said, like, I have to be able to, do my school, do my kids, and how, the same thing home and everything like that. And this has really been awesome for me because I'm able to, like, kind of do it in the mom cracks and everything. I just get up a little bit early, drink my coffee, start sending out messages and talking to people and touching base with my challengers. And then I work out, and it's really funny because it's just, been such a part of my lifestyle. Even my kids are oh, mom's working, but it's just been really cool because I was working full time, and my hours started getting cut. I'm in the work with the oil companies and stuff like that, and so since all the stuff going on, they started letting everyone go. So I'm down to the small amount, and I thought I was going to be freaking out, but I'm not. And the flexibility of it, for me, it's just really cool because I can work, and if my kids cry or have an issue or, something is not going so hot, I can stop. We can do that. I can take it outside and let them play, and I can just bring my phone with me or bring my little laptop outside. And I don't know. It's just been really neat. I've been able to be more on top of my life with my kids, whereas with my boys, they're older now. They're 18 and 21. It was like I just missed so much of their life. So this has just given me like such a great opportunity, I guess, to be a part of my girl's life in ways that I wasn't able to be a part of my boy's life. So, and this is my classroom, hence all the books and the funky stuff on the walls. But yeah, so it's been really cool.
That's awesome. I think we all love that because, like I said, most of us are moms, so it's really nice to be able
kind
to
of work around it.
Yeah, totally. And just be able to work when we want to, and when our kids are sick or when they have a field trip, like we can go, or whatever. It's so great.
Yes.
Okay. And then was that everything? Was that all the F's?
All the F's, but we have
Shireen. And we need Stephanie.
Okay, we have 2 more people that are going to just share some benefits of coaching, and then we're going to open it up to you guys to ask questions, because I know you have some questions on how this all works and everything. So some of you guys are on the phone, just feel free to pipe in when we open it up, or you can type in the chat. But let's hear from Shireen.
Oh, I feel like I'm the grandma of the group.
Not true.
In the over 50 bracket, but
You bring wisdom, Shireen.
That's right.
But that's why I'm talking about how age is nothing but a number. Fitness has been important to me for a long time. In fact, I realized it was 16 years ago today that my dad passed away. And he passed away from complications of diabetes, and he just really didn't take care of himself very well. He was only 69 when he died, and he missed out on a lot of my kids' lives. And when he was, toward the end of his life, I just looked at him and I thought, I cannot let that happen to me. I want to be here for my kids, and I want to be here for my grandkids. And I knew I could not let that happen to me. So it was about that point that I started running and being more active, exercising. And that's just kind of been a part of my life for the last 15, 16 years. And it was just a little while ago, last summer, really, that I kind of hooked up with Kelly again. We've known each other a long time, but, started doing Beachbody and decided that that this was something that was important for me, because I knew that I could help others. And that has really been one of the greatest benefits of my life in the last few months, is knowing that each day, even if it's just a short message to someone or a short interaction online, that could make a difference in someone's day. And, we've talked a lot about friends and a lot about connecting and stuff. And I used to think that virtual connections weren't as important as real connections. And I mean, real in life connections, I still think are probably the most important things. But I've learned that the value of virtual connections can be just as important. So, anything else I should say?
Oh, that was great. Gave me chills, Shireen. And I hope to be around doing this for a long time, because it's like, I love being able to pay it forward and help others. That's a huge thing. It's really fulfilling like that. And then just to maintain a healthy lifestyle for yourself and your family. Like, it's a legacy that you pass on. So thanks for sharing, Shireen.
Yep.
And Stephanie is going to talk to us a little bit about how she's built her business through social media. Because most of us work our business 100% virtually, which is another perk for us mamas who, are busy with kids. So go ahead, Steph.
So social media. Obviously, there's a lot of outlets for social media. But first, let's talk Facebook. So Facebook, you probably are friends with people on Facebook that are your close friends and family, or people from high school or whatnot. So I use Facebook a lot just to do my social media posts, but I also connect with a lot of old friends on Facebook, just kind of playing catch up or whatever with them. And, naturally the conversation kind of leads to either health and fitness or what I'm doing with my life, or they ask me like, what is this Beachbody crap that you're doing? So I get like a lot of interest that way just by like kind of casually talking to people on Facebook. And it's such a simple thing to do. And you'll hear a lot of the top coaches telling us that all you need to do is build relationships with people online to, you know, get people to be interested. Sorry. Sometimes he just roars like a lion out of nowhere. And then, so obviously the warm market is awesome because they're your friends and family. And when you first become a coach, they're going to be really excited for you and they're going to be wondering what you're doing. But then you go into your cold market, which is really cool because you get to help people that are like people you've never met before. And that's really cool because you get to like meet brand new people online and they become some of your closest friends just by working with them every day. Hey, buddy, can you be quiet, please?
He's like, I have something to say, you guys.
So anyways, so Instagram is cool because you can use it for your cold market and reaching new people that way. And a lot of people's concerns with building this business is I'm going to run out of people to talk to. And that's another thing you'll use social media for is connecting with new people every single day, adding common friends or whatever, or meeting new people through Instagram. And I know a lot of this might sound overwhelming, but with all the tools that you're giving through Beachbody or through Team Chic or through your personally sponsored coach, you're going to get a lot of good trainings and insights into how to use social media to grow your business. And it won't seem so hairy scary. And last thing is all you really need to do to post on social media is just share your journey. And that's going to hold you accountable as well. So I'll like share like post workout selfies, or I'll share moves from particular workouts to try to get people motivated to work out, or I will post healthy recipes or whatever, just to add value to people's lives, free value. And then hopefully one day they'll come around and be like, hey, what is this Beachbody thing you're doing? So that's kind of what we do when we post on social media, is just kind of sharing our healthy lifestyle and sharing our journeys with other people, so they kind of know what we're all about. Is that it, Kelly? Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, and you added, you built your Instagram pretty, like her following just from scratch, right? Didn't you start at zero?
I started probably about 25% of the amount of people I have right now. Wait, 25 or 75?
Like, give me a number.
I think I started at 500 and I'm at like close to 2,000, I think now. And I simply just like follow people and comment on their stuff, like people that I think I'd like to be friends with in real life. And I will go and follow them and comment on their posts, and they'll comment back saying like, thank you, or like answering a question that I've asked them. And then I just keep in touch with them through social media, through Instagram. And we'll start like direct messaging and becoming friends that way. So that's kind of like how I've built my Instagram. And I like it because I like pretty pictures and things like that. So I kind of like it more than Facebook. But that's just me. But yeah, hopefully that kind of answers your question.
Yeah, and the funny thing is Stephanie and I met through Instagram, and I never had, known her before then, but we made that connection, and now we've met in real life, and have a great friendship. So it's cool because you're like start making all these awesome friends that you never knew before.
One other thing I want to say real quick is when as a new coach, it was a little bit hard to be like, crap, I'm supposed to be posting on social media to build my business, and I didn't want to be like spamming people, posting so many times a day or whatever.
Yeah.
Honestly, the feedback that I get from people, even people that haven't ever joined my challenge group or become a coach or whatever, like everyone is super supportive and appreciative of the things I post, and they're all like, oh, thank you so much, you inspired me to like work out today or whatever. So honestly, like it's, even if they're people that will never ever join your challenge groups, like you're helping them by just sharing your good example. So
it's so true. And I was just talking to a new coach who's going through our new coach training. And she was, kind of concerned about putting herself out there just because she's not at her ideal weight. And she was like, how can I tell them to, follow me or make me their coach when I haven't lost the weight yet. And I was like, dude, it's all about, sharing your journey and where you're at. Because when people see that you're like, that the struggle is real and that you are trying to overcome something, to me, that's more inspiring than someone that's like, I'm perfect, my life's perfect, And so we were talking about that, and then she commented and was like, yeah, she's like a brand new coach as of a week ago. And she was like, yeah, I just, cause she's been kind of sharing her journey just when she started. And she's like, yeah, I just got a message from someone that said they were so inspired by one of my posts. So you never know who it's awesome because health and fitness is not going anywhere. Like, so many people need help in that department. And so even though, and we don't teach you to be spammy at all, like, cause that's not our style on Team Chic, but just sharing your journey and your health and fitness, like the foods that you're eating and stuff like that, that's helping other people and it's inspiring other people. And you'll be surprised how many people will stop you at the grocery store or church or whatever and tell you that you are inspiring them. So it's pretty cool. Yes, it's scary putting yourself out there, but it is also like pretty cool to be able to inspire others because of that. So thanks for sharing, Stephanie. And so now we're going to open it up. Well, before I open it up for questions, I just want to let you guys know that we're starting a new coach training on Monday for anyone that does want to sign up. And we have a Team Chic checklist that you fill out first so that you kind of get all the basic information you need to know and do some of the really basic stuff. Once you fill that out, then we get you going in a 7-day new coach boot camp. And so it's only 7 days, which is totally doable. And then after that, you can do a self-paced 21-day training. And then we just get you going in Team Chic, and we have a marketing calendar for you to follow. We've got new coach message threads and a ton of resources for you guys in a Google Drive that you can download and use. We have scripts for you to copy. So I try to make this so duplicatable for any new coaches so that you're not feeling clueless. So just wanted to let you know that those resources are available to you. So what questions do you guys have for us? I know I got a text that someone wants to know more about the compensation plan. So I thought I'll start with that while you guys are writing your other questions or thinking of other questions. And Team Chic, feel free to chime in if I miss anything about the compensation plan. But basically, it's pretty cool because right off the bat, when you sign up to be a coach, you get, number one, a website, an affiliate website that drop ships the products to you. So you don't have to buy any stock, which is awesome because there's other MLMs where you have to pay thousands of dollars just to stock up on their products, and then you have to store them in your home. So it's pretty cool. We don't have to store anything, which is so nice. And then right when you sign up, you get 25% commission. And I know there's other network marketing companies where you have to work your way up to get a certain amount of commission, but you get 25% commission right off the bat. And you get that affiliate website that you can send people to. And then you get, so anytime you sell a challenge pack, which is typically what we sell because we run monthly challenge groups. So for anyone to get in on this challenge group, or I call them boot camps, they need to get the challenge pack, which includes a workout DVD program and the Shakeology, which is a superfood meal replacement. So we typically sell those and have people get in our boot camps where they get fitness accountability and support. And those are held on Facebook but they also have an app that you can run them on. So you can do different options. And so you get 25% commission off that. And if someone stays on auto ship with the challenge pack, then you'll continue to get 25% commission every time they get a new shipment of Shakeology. So that's pretty cool. And you can see how, I call this a baby steps business because it's not a get rich quick business. It takes time and consistency, but you can see how that can really add up as you get more and more customers who are on auto ship and who continue to buy products from you. So there's that. You also get 40% commission off Beachbody On Demand subscriptions. So those are, Beachbody On Demand is the live streaming that Beachbody offers now. It's really awesome. It's only about a year old, and people can order subscriptions every 3 months. So it's a quarterly subscription. And so again, when someone buys a subscription, they typically renew it automatically, and you're just getting 40% off that. So that's another way you can earn income. You also earn income from the team that you grow, as well as from our Team Chic as a whole. So it's kind of cool because I have an analogy that kind of explains it, because it can be confusing. But it's like when you add coaches under you, then you are like building your own little family. But when you join Team Chic, you automatically have this family, these Team Chic, and they're like your sisters. And whoever you join under is your mom, right? So whenever your sisters add coaches, or, sell more products or whatever, you also benefit from that, the overall team points that they earn. And anytime your team, anytime your left leg gets 100 points and your right leg gets 200 points in volume, then you get these little bonus checks of $14 once you're an Emerald coach, which means you have 2 coaches under you. So anyway, those can really, really add up, and you can make really amazing money off this business, not only from your efforts and your team, but from the team organization as a whole. So that's another way that you can earn income. You can also earn quarterly bonuses once you advance in rank. So I am a 2-star diamond. And so every quarter, if I maintain that rank, I get, it's like a 2%, I can't remember the exact percentage, or 0.5% of there's a pool of money that the 2 stars split, and I get a chunk of that. So on average, it's been around $800 every quarter that I get as a bonus, just because I'm a 2-star. And as I go up in rank, as you go up, become a 5-star, 10-star, which means I have 2 diamonds under me. And that means they have 8 coaches under them. But anyway, as you go up in rank, you get bigger quarterly bonuses. And so let's say I become a 5-star diamond. Not only will I get the 5-star bonus, which is around, I think it's a couple thousand, I think it's 2,000, but I will also get the 2-star bonus. So you not only get the 5-star, but you also get the 2-star. So you can really, that can really add up as well. So those are kind of some of the ways that you earn in this business. Hopefully that answered your question. What other questions do you guys have? Don't be shy, ladies.
Kelly, can I just say something along the lines of what you were saying?
Yeah, totally. Add to it.
So I've been trying to grow my team, like my own personally sponsored coaches. And since I think October of last year, I've gotten paid every Thursday. And I haven't, there have been some months where I wasn't actively working the business. But building your team really does pay off.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing, because there have been some weeks where like when I was in on the cruise with Jody, mm-hmm. I didn't even have Wi-Fi I didn't have good access to Wi-Fi. So I didn't really work my business, because most of my business is virtual, but I still came home to a paycheck. And it's so awesome that we get paid every Thursday. And even when you're on vacation, I've been shocked. I'll come home and then I get a paycheck still on Thursday, even when I don't work. How many businesses do that, where you get a paycheck even when you don't do your work?
Or some network marketing businesses have it. Like you have to make a certain amount of money in order to get paid.
Right. You have to have a quota or something.
Yeah. So I really like that. Like I remember in February, or maybe it was in December, I got a paycheck for like $16. I was like, sweet.
Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. Any other questions or thoughts? I know you guys have more questions. So
I have a question.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are talking about how you go to work. Can you just kind of walk me through steps that you do in however, if you spend an hour or 2 hours, like you talk about working, but what exactly do you do from like start to finish? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a great question. Who wants to answer that? Because I feel like I've been talking too much.
I can answer it.
Okay.
For me, I have a checkoff list that I made my own, and I have a little timer that I actually follow on my phone, and I made it, but anyways, I basically sit down and I work off my checkoff list, so I know that I need to check in with my challenge groups. I need to check in with my I have a like page and I have a personal page, so I like to check on both of them if I have messages and if I have people to talk to. And then I message people. I connect back with I call them hey girls. I send out just friendly hey, what's going on, and I talk to people and reconnect with a lot of my old friends. And I do invite people if it comes up, but not like in a salesy kind of way. That's why I kind of create conversations with people. And but that's kind of how basically it's not a lot of stuff, and it only ends up being like 5 to 10 minutes on each thing, and it runs about an hour worth of my time to make sure I get that done. And then throughout the day, I in the mom cracks, I jump back in and I get back on and I post pictures and talk to people and just kind of move like throughout my day, just kind of getting paid to play on social media. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of how it works out. I work out, I take pictures, I share it. I take pictures of my food. I talk about my recipes, and I don't know, is that kind of what it is, right, Kelly?
Yeah. And I was going to show you guys. So here's my checklist. This is in the Google Doc that I was talking about that new coaches have access to, that all coaches have access to on our team. And it's like I call it Inspire checklist, because what we do every day is so it's an acronym, and it starts with the S in Inspire, and that is we drink our Shakeology. We do personal development, that's the P. We interact and invite. So what Lisa was saying, commenting, chatting with people. It's so fun that we get paid to be like social butterflies on Facebook and Instagram. And then that's the I, and then the R is recruit, and the E is exercise. So that's kind of what we do every single day. And we have this checklist that you can go through during your power hour. And really it's up to you how many hours you choose to work this business. Like you can do 1 to 2 hours a day, or for me, I do 4 hours a day because my family really relies on my income. So that's another cool thing, is that you can work it as much or as little as you want.
Right. Yeah.
Other questions? You can, if you're too embarrassed to ask, you can type it.
So to get started, do you just go to the Beachbody page and go to become a coach, or how do you get started?
I would talk to your coach to get started, or whoever added you, to this group. But it's a $40 fee to sign up, or you can waive that fee if you get a challenge pack, which is basically what our customers buy anyways. So it's kind of good to start out with a challenge pack, so you know what your customers are typically going to get. So yeah, that's how you get started. And I would just talk to the person that added you to the open house. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
All right, perfect. Alexia asks, how do you decide to run the groups that you do on social media? I've heard cleanse groups, mention challenge groups. Do you do this as a team or individually? Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Alexia. I'm going to mute. Hang on. I'm going to mute you all just because I can't hear. Okay. So Alexia, the cool thing that is another reason why Team Chic is awesome is that we do team challenge groups. So as a new coach, you know, it's kind of scary running your own challenge group or boot camp or whatever you want to call it. Okay, how did that not mute people? Hang on. There we go. So let's see. So we run them as a team every 2 weeks. So if you have someone, you know, that signs up in the middle of the month, there's most likely going to be a group to put them in, and we co-host them as a team. So it's really fun because we're all in there posting our sweaty selfies, sharing recipes, sharing motivation, and we even sign up for different days of the week to do our posts. And so it's nice because we kind of split the responsibility, and it makes the group interactive for our clients. Because if you only get, let's say, 1 to 2 clients that, you know, that during that 2-week period, then it's not just you and those 2 clients in a group, unless you want to. And some of our coaches, you know, feel totally comfortable hosting their own groups, but most new coaches like to co-host them with the rest of the team. So that's how we do them every 2 weeks. We've got one starting on Monday, which if you sign up, you'll likely be put in there as a customer to help you towards your fitness goals, and so you can see how they work. And then if you get customers, then you can add them to the one that starts May 16th. So it's pretty cool because we always have them going, and we're all in there helping each other out. Okay, other questions? Is there anything that you guys, Team Chic, that you can think of that we haven't covered, you know, that's really important for people to know and understand about coaching? I think it's such a simple, this is the other thing. I've ran other businesses. It's such a simple business model. I love it. It's like you do the same stuff over and over again and just refine it and improve it and, you know, try to help people get results. And so I just love that it's a simple business. It's not easy, but it's simple. Who else has questions?
Oh, I have one thing to say. One thing I love about this business is it's really just for you. I mean, helping people is a huge part of it, but we've mentioned it so many times today. It's really just about doing something for yourself. And I think, you know, for moms, we always forget about ourselves and look after our families, and it's really important to remember to take time out for us. And Beachbody has helped me do that so much. And I know a lot of other people on our team too.
Yeah. Amen.
So something I wanted to share related to that is like what it's forced me to do is be healthier for my family. Like I think a lot of people when like approaching me about the coaching opportunity, and I've kind of shared this today on my Facebook, a lot of people approach me about it and then they like just shy away from it. And I think they have a lot of fears regarding starting their own business or like fears of what people will think of them or what are fears that they're going to fail or whatever. And honestly, like the biggest, like the worst thing that could happen to you is that you get healthier. Your family gets healthier. So like, I don't know, like that's the worst thing, worst case scenario. So like to me, there's like, it's kind of like one of those things, like you just kind of got to take the plunge and see what happens. But like I said, the worst thing that's going to happen is that you are going to get healthier and you're going to be a better example for your family. And like as far as the investment that it takes to get this business started, like it's the smallest investment because it's on things you'll be actually using to help you create this healthier lifestyle. But on top of that, it's still a low cost in comparison to like other businesses. So that's
so true. My kids hate that they, because I have a 14, I've got 14-year-old, 12-year-old, 9, and 4. And my teenagers, they're like, when I first joined, they're like, we hate that you're a Beachbody coach. Cause I was like, okay, we're eating healthy now. And they were like, oh man, like they just kept fighting it. But I was like, you know what? This is good for you. Like, so it has been a blessing. And I was eating healthy before, but we do even way more now. Heather asked, do all of you lovely ladies ever go off the health kick and enjoy a non-healthy meal every now and then? This is such a great question. I would feel like being a coach, I would need to be healthy 24/7, and I would be guilty if I didn't healthy all the time. Oh, that's such a great question. Who wants to answer that?
I do.
Everyone's like, me.
I think we can all answer that one.
I called dibs first.
Okay, go Megan, and then Jody wants to answer too.
All right, so let me bring this up and read what she said. She said, I would feel like being a coach, I would need to be healthy 24/7. Okay. If I was healthy 24/7, I would have fell over and died by now because, I mean, seriously, we're women. We're hormonal. We crave chocolate. We like donuts. I mean, no. I believe if I hadn't have fell over dead by now, my husband would have shot me because, okay. So when I first started off with eating clean and whatever, forget the coaching part, just my health journey, when I first started, the cravings were awful. Like it was bad. And what I found helped me most was to not have it in my face. So if you don't buy it, it's not there. Okay. And then Shakeology, of course, came into play and helped a lot. But what I go by is like the 80-20 rule, like moderation. And if you can plan your cheat meal out, that helps a lot. I know sometimes you can't plan it, but if you can plan like, hey, we're having Sunday dinner at grandma's this weekend, so I know there's going to be lots of grease, plan for that. And then I like treats, so I can usually do pretty good with the meals, but I like treats, so like chocolate cake or ice cream out with the kids or something like that. As long as you're not overindulging, you're not going to totally bomb everything. No, you don't need to get ice cream every day, but going out for it on occasion and showing that on your social media. You want to show people that you're not some health robot, some fitness nut or whatever, and that you can treat yourself and
treat yourself.
Yeah, and then like if you can drink Shakeology before you're going somewhere that you know is going to have bad food, that fills you up too, and it'll keep you from eating crap. But do not feel like you have to be 100% perfect all the time with your eating, because that makes you unrelatable. And when people can't relate to you, they're not going to come to you. So even if you have a struggle, like I don't know, somebody says something about donuts. If you have a really big struggle with something like that, share that. And when people can say, hey, she's just like me, she does like donuts, then they're going to want to talk to you more. So don't ever feel like it's got to be 24/7. Oh, Lord. None of us would be doing this if it had to be 24/7 at all.
Amen. I literally said this because I was not going to – my husband signed up as a coach before I did. I only signed up to get him to Emerald Rank. And I literally said this to his coach that he signed up under. I was like, oh, I can never do this. I like cookies too much. And she was like, we eat cookies. So, yeah, you can eat cookies.
I remember telling Kelly that I liked Little Debbie too much. And she was like, oh my gosh, I've got this video for you. And she sends me this Will Ferrell video of him dressed up like Little Debbie. And it was absolutely hilarious. But anyway, since then, because it's been a whole year, right? Mm-hmm. If I eat Little Debbie now, Ooh, it's so gross. You can taste the chemicals in it. It's like plastic. Why do people even eat that crap? So as you continue, it gets so much easier. Then you can tell people about that. You can share with them how it's not as much of a struggle, and be real.
Yes, amen. But it definitely helps you. So we, most of us eat 80-20 or 90-10, but none of us is perfect. So
can I chime in?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to bring it back to the coaching thing, because what separates us from other MLMs is that we are a human relationship business. So our primary goal is literally to help people. If that's not your goal, then you're probably not going to do very well. So, and I'm someone that's very financially motivated. I contribute a big portion of our income. And so for me to be able to say goodbye to my full-time job and replace it with this job, I'm obviously really motivated to do well at it and to make money at it. But at the same time, if you need to have a desire to want to help people, because we literally are helping people to do hard things. And one of those things, and the majority of people that you talk to are going to be women, and that is food, right? Because it's emotional for us, it's a trigger for us, it's all kinds of things for us. And I can't tell you how many times that I've had private messages from people, or even just in person, from them saying, I see so many Beachbody posts on my wall, but I'm thankful that you're real in your posts. And when you posted the other day about your cheat, I felt so much better. And that's why your story is going to relate to somebody maybe a little bit better than someone else's who also happens to be a Beachbody coach, because whatever it is that you're sharing about your life is what's going to connect to them. And our motto is to attract, connect, and invite. And so we're attracting people by the story that we share, the daily stories that we share, and then we're connecting with people by reaching out, by commenting on their posts, by, chatting with people, asking about what's going on in their lives. And then we invite them to something like this. We're not just, while we are selling a product and we are selling a challenge pack, you need to look at it as, what can this do for them? What can this challenge pack do for them? This is literally, and I know that it works. Like, we all know that it works because we're a product of the product. And so, while we have our cheat days or whatnot, the majority of our time is spent being consistent with our workouts, being consistent with our food, and being consistent in our stories and in our sharing, because that's where we're going to start connecting with everybody. And just knowing that, not losing that reason why, that we are literally changing people's lives. And not just their lives, but like we mentioned earlier, our own lives. And that's why, we want to invite people to coach with us, because the way that it has changed our lives being coaches above and beyond being challengers is astronomical, in my opinion.
Amen, girlfriend. Well said.
I did want to throw one thing in there.
Yeah.
I have a friend that does Cincy, and I have other friends that do other, because Jody just talked about MLM companies and stuff. And one thing that is different with us too is we do not stock and sell in mail. I have my friends, they're like, look at all these boxes, I'm getting ready to send out orders. And I'm like, I'm so glad I don't have to do that. We have a company that's set up that does everything for us, and we just run and manage our groups and stuff and talk and have relationships with people. It's not about us running to the mailbox. I would never be able to do it.
Because I hate the post office.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, and I was just talking, someone asked me today, they're like, so is this an MLM? And I was like, yeah, but it feels so different than any other MLM.
Yeah, it really does.
Because we put, because it's about people and not products. We're helping people change their lives.
Right.
By connecting them to products, but it's really, it changes their lives, and that's why it's so fulfilling. So I'm just going to end on that. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask the coach that added you to this this group, or post it in our Coach Open House. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. It's been great chatting with you all and sharing stories, and we hope to see you on our next meeting next Wednesday. So peace out. Bye.
Bye.